All right, hello and welcome to, Sunday Science with me. Hi, Annie, your host. Today we are actually going to do something that we haven't done in a while or ever, and that is go through, Tinker, hush. That is go through start to end of a, the thing, the thing? The thing. Start to finish with a Hubble image. So yes, yeah. And some of you have already noticed that, yeah, the fundraising bar has gone up. We were able to, oh, thank you for the follow, Jopan. And make it rain. I say thank you. The dogs say thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be self-conscious about my hair. Don't mind me. Yeah, there's been some fundraising outside of Twitter as well, and some people from the forums have pitched in because they are also going to be directly affected if we don't raise enough money for their forums and the servers and all of that other stuff. So yeah, it's the 3rd day of November and we're almost halfway there. So as a reminder to those of you that aren't aware, bits and subs and things pay people, donations, which is direct tips, pay for the servers. And there's 2 ways you can do that, but the way that we're going to direct you to do that, because it makes the bar move faster, is through Streamlabs. If you cannot donate through Streamlabs, send us a private message on Twitch, say something in our Discord, and we'll get you squared away with the other less direct route to contribute to the server costs. We essentially need the servers to power the forums, power the forums, host the website, host moon mappers, host the rest of Bennu mappers, etc., etc. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes on to the forums. The forums is essentially the backbone of our job, and our goal is to get those paid for this month so we can focus next month on paying salaries for the rest of the year. So that is all I'm going to say about that today. But thank you so much for helping move that bar up. It is nice to see that bar move. Anyways, all right, so yeah, we're gonna do a Hubble image start to finish today, and I would love some suggestions on what object you would like to see done. If you guys don't come up with anything, we may just do the Orion Nebula because it looks cool. I know I said yesterday during the celebration stream we were going to do astrophotography today, but plans changed. Doing astrophotography is a little more complicated than I was expecting. Or rather, I have never done processing like astrophotography images taken from the ground, and I want to do some reading, and it's different from what I know with Hubble, and I'd rather just stream through a Hubble image start to finish because we've been doing it long enough that I think we can do it all in one stream. So if you would like to follow along at home, now is a good time to download GIMP. If you don't have Photoshop, it won't line up exactly, and you will also need Fitz Liberator, which is another free program. So with that, let me get OBS set up to actually capture the website that we're going to be searching for, or searching through for our images. Not that one, not that one. It's gonna take me a minute. All right, there we go. Got it. Perfect. So this is where we're at. That is, because I don't think we have a command for this. That is essentially the Hubble Legacy Archive. We'll click through it in a second. Just adding something else to the scene real quick. And one moment. And there we go. Boom. Okay, now we have the donation thingy up. So we're just going to click enter the site, and it brings up this thing. There's news release about new, or rather, Hubble catalog of variables released. We really don't need to know about that. Come on, why are you being so touchy? So we're gonna close that. So Astro Wise said, Eta Carina. So you just type that in, click search. It's gonna think for a second. It's pulling up all of this, which doesn't look like much, I know. But if we swap over to the images tab, it will show us a few images. Some of these are kind of old. We can't necessarily see when these were captured. The weird funky shape is literally how they were captured. The most famous image you've seen. Oh, thank you for the donation, Wayne. And make it rain! There's so many Cheerios stuck on coats. Make it rain! Did you make it exactly halfway? Not quite. You nudged it closer, but that's okay. Thank you, Wayne. I'm just going to assume that weirdness is due to currency conversion, because I know you're not in the US. But thank you so much. But yeah, the most famous image you've seen with this kind of wacky thing going on is the Pillars of Creation. And here you can see where they superimpose them. I don't have the software packages to necessarily stack images today. And yes, it did work today, Wayne. I'm happy it worked today. So we're just going to click next. Here's another one that's kind of stacked and flipped over. So, this one looks like a decent one because it's got a whole lot of things. This is the DRZ means it's been drizzled. I don't have drizzle pack. So what we're essentially looking for is, wow, there's a whole lot of stuff. All right, later, Kevlar. I hope you have a good day. I'll probably drink an astronomy-themed beer tonight and log it on Untapped. Here's a good one. I think this is more along the lines of what AstroWise was thinking. Unfortunately, it says these are combined. But I don't... By combined, I don't know what they mean by combined. I'm going to sneeze in a second. Hold on. Or not. Or not. So... I'll click more, see if it gives us anything more. Oh, okay, that's what it means by combined. We're just gonna open that in a new tab. Shh. Okay, so they drizzled images and then stacked them, but it looks like it was all taken with the same filter. And there, wow. And this is all the same proposal. And we can actually go and download all the data from that same proposal. And here you can see all the images. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, both of you. And make it rain. You really did that, Wayne, just to get rid of the oddness? Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. I think I'm gonna have to pour more Cheerios into the bowl just for the doggos. Oh, you guys are awesome. You really are. So here are all the images that were taken with this for this proposal. And what I find interesting is that it's hard to see, but a start time, one of these has a start time of 1994, 0801, which is August 1st, 1994. And then the next one in the series has a start date of 1995, 06, 10, which is June 10th, 1995. So for whatever reason, there was a large gap in time for these images. So it is pretty awesome. So I think we are going to make it a point to gather everything from this particular combined. Because I know they say combined, and that might just be... Alright, so this was detection, which, whatever. There's that filter, there's that filter, there's that filter. And the data has 1, 2, 3, 4 filters that I can tell. And because we're not drizzling these images, let me actually double check the detection one, because this may be from a whole different proposal. Nope, it's from the same observation program. I'm not sure why it has so many associated files, but that's okay. That's okay. And this is the, which we'll download that just for the lulz, essentially. So I'm going to add all of these to the, I don't think we want the fits science, I think we want the fits full multi-extension. I don't know what the difference is between the multi-extension and the science, so we'll just add them both. And for the lulz, we'll add that. So we'll hit the next page, because there's 250 pages. Did we miss an image? We might have missed an image. This also looks like that's from that same thing, and we might actually be able to, nope, it's from a different observing program, but it's got what looks like the same idea. So F it, we'll add it. This may actually end up being way more complicated. Oh, I see. They're saying you can kind of tell what's going on here. Let me go back, because I think we missed one. No, I had it selected. Okay. I know, Tinkerbell. Alright, so then we have a whole bunch of stuff for the offset. I'm actually going to remove everything from the offset, because look at me trying to be like, yeah, this is quick, we'll make this quick. If we add a whole different data set, I'm afraid it won't be quick. So I see 2, 3, it looks like we're missing one particular thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy paste this description and see what that brings us. Really? Really? Advanced search. Proposal ID. We have the proposal ID. This was taken all the way back on So we'll just do it by proposal ID because that is literally one of the fastest ways to do this. Here we go. And I think what we didn't have was... You know what? We're gonna empty the cart because I keep feeling like I screwed something up terribly. We're gonna empty the cart and we're just gonna put all of this in from that selection ID because that's essentially what we want. I know, there's a little bit of flailing, but that's just part of the process, right? Right. Alright, so we are literally going to add everything. Just F it. Just F it. I know. And we'll work from there. So now that we have 14 files in our cart, including, you know, their automatically combined ones, we're just going to fetch HLA data. And I don't know... And this will include like a download contents file. And it's gonna pop up a whole bunch of stuff. And it's gonna take me a second to just kind of go through all of this. So let's look at the dogs. Let's throw Cheerios at the dogs. Tinker's like, yeah! Enjoy the dogs while I work on downloading. I am gonna have to refill the Cheerio thing. Missed the party Saturday. Aw. Well, I'm glad you can join us now. Here's the Cheerios. Thank you for the cheer. Tinker says thank you. I say thank you. Stealthy Sumo says puppies. I know, right? They are the most adorableness. The most adorableness. And, I mean, if you really want to watch the party, you can watch it on... I think it's still up for video on demand, and it's going to be up on YouTube. We finished the... Actually, this is probably a good time to show you guys. While I'm still downloading. Which, if that affects the quality of the stream, I'm sorry. Hello, Iron Horse. So, excuse me while I reach. I have a... You know what? Just fall. Thank you. Don't worry about that. It's fine. So, let me flip to... so you can better see. So yesterday, during the celebration stream, most of the time was taken up by this. Not the base, but finishing the top portion. I did bag 3 out of 4, and 4 bags is literally 3 bags, or bag number 4 is 3 bags. So this is what we're at now. We have our little astronaut just kind of chilling there. We have our flag. This is the lunar Apollo 11 lunar lander. And yeah, so now we're just ready to do the top portion. And I have a feeling the top portion is going to take me a couple hours to do, maybe, or at least a while. So I'm not sure if I'm going to live stream that or not. I guess we could always have a makeup party, but I'm really not sure if I am going to live stream the top part of it. So, but yeah, this whole thing's pretty cool. I think these are all meant to just kind of keep these closed. Yeah, the upper stage is taken off. I totally stranded the astronaut on the moon. Did the LEMs change significantly throughout the Apollo missions? I don't know. I don't know. I know none of them had toilets, and that's the important part. So, this particular Lego model has a lot of cool features. Like there's this. Tracker Kev to the rescue with the answer. Yes, there was room for rovers and refs. Yes, if Refs Matt were here, he would know the answer. No, I am not assuming gender. I know Refs Matt is male. I always feel weird saying that. But yeah, some of y'all have been around long enough that I actually know your gender, which is pretty freaking awesome. And there was another one that turned down, I thought. And I'm trying to find it. Now, look at me breaking pieces off of my model. But yeah, Refs Matt would totally know. So there's this feature, and then there was something else. There was another one of these sides totally like opened. Maybe it is this one. Okay. And I'm not sure what this was, but I knew that there was another side that opened. I just couldn't remember which side. So this side opens. This side has, I think it's meant to be recording or a camera or something. Lock that back down so it can't pop open. There is, oh, the leg where the astronaut is. So let me just fold up the ladder. There is a little plaque, and you can't, the text is designed so you can't read the text, but you can definitely see the globe. And yeah, I just stuck little astronaut on there so he wouldn't get lost. And the base is pretty cool. The base was actually pretty well detailed. So yeah, that's what we worked on. I also showed off some other citizen science projects that need help, specifically fish counting. We are still doing moon mappers. I don't know when moon mappers will end. I've had people ask me, oh no, don't fall. I've had people ask me if they can get certificates of appreciation for moon mappers, and the answer is no, not till it's done. Not till it's done. All right. So, am I done downloading images? I don't know. I'll have to go back to my cart. Ah, my cart's empty. Awesome. Cool. All right. All right. All right. You can have your 15 minutes of fame eating Cheerios. Guys, I think I created monsters. I think I created monsters. All right. So this is Eta Carina. I am just moving the files around on my hard drive. And making sure that they're all the same thing. And these files aren't very big, which is actually part of the cool part. Come on. I guess I have to go to where they are actually kept in downloads to delete them. My default download location is on my solid state hard drive, and that's like almost full. So yeah, slight problem there. Your Lego tower. All right, we're totally checking out this Lego tower because this is a thing of beauty. Wayne has been working on a launch tower for the Saturn V, and the Saturn V is a wonderful, wonderful Lego model, and it's huge, and it was like, I didn't buy it. I had the honor of building one, but I didn't buy one. So it's not something I have, but it's like a meter big, or about a yard big for Americans. Yeah, that first photo does give it the tipping, that it's tipping over because of the blur. But yeah, this is the launch tower that Wayne is building to go with the Saturn V. So the studio shots were in color. All right. Oh, look, Tinker's sitting. She's figured out she gets treats if she sits. That does not stop the whining. But yeah, these are some of the pictures of the launch tower that Wayne is building, and I think it's awesome. So, give me 1 second to refill Cheerios. Hey, Stegan! My goal, that's the end of a box of Cheerios. Yes, I have more Cheerios, they're just not in the room. So we'll have to take a video break or something if we get that far. So the goal today, Stegan, is you're not sitting, you're not getting treats. You're still not sitting. When is the Cheerio sponsor coming in? I can see a dog shape in the cloud behind you. I know, right? Stegan says, I'm sitting, can I get treats? I would throw them at the webcam, but then they just bounce off of that or bounce off of my light, or it would be a mess. But yes, you get a cookie, Stegan. Oh, thanks for the host. Okay, see? That's one way to get them all excited. And make it rain! Exactly 2 barks. Exactly 2 barks, Tinker. Good job. Alright, so that's Puck's big furry white butt you see. And the little black thing moving around is Tinkerbell. So, what are we doing today? We are, if all goes well, we are going to try to see if we can do a Hubble image from start to finish. But that is... Aw, thank you. That is going to... My goal was to do an image, Hubble image start to finish. Whether or not that ends up actually happening is a whole different story. It may not happen that I do it start to finish, but I'm figuring I'm getting quick enough. So, yes, and Larry says, space travel is an intimate thing. Oh my goodness, is it ever. You know, when you're making jokes about, you know, turds flying through the cabin. Actually, it's not jokes. Those aren't jokes. So, we've downloaded the photos of Eta Carina. For those of you that are curious, it is Hubble proposal 5239er. 5239er. Just do the advanced search. And now we are going to do... Why does one of these have more data than the other? Hold on. Let's hit reset. One of these has a whole lot more data than the other, and I have a feeling that this is not the image I wanted. So give me 1 second and I'll open up the other file that has a whole lot more data. I think this is what we want. Stegan, turds? What? There's a story I missed out on? Yes. Apollo did not have a toilet. So they used these lovely things called Apollo bags. And sometimes there were escapees. I'm not joking. This is real stuff. I cannot make this up. I really can't. There we go. Oh, might help if I had the right thing on. There we go. Now we're good. So this is what I'm looking at on Fitz Liberator. I know it looks funky right now. I think the part we really care about is in this top corner, which is fine. No, you see the turds before they like get in your mouth or something. I have a feeling we're going to get yelled at by Twitch because I'm talking about poo in space. So, anyways, because I know you can see my cursor and all of this. Tinkerbell, you are not sitting, you're not getting treats, nothing's happening. So there's different stretch functions. So I'm going to hit reset again. This is what it looks like. The green cut off is simply the white clipping. I can turn that off. The blue cut off, or the blue pixels, is the black clipping. And red, which I don't think there are any in this image, is undefined. It doesn't look like there's any undefined. I mean, saliva would go everywhere. Oh my. I'm not sure how drooling in sleep is handled on the ISS. I imagine it evaporates and it's just recaptured by the moisture capture or reclamation system. Oh no, trust me, they knew. They knew. What are you spreading on that? Oh my goodness. Y'all are too much. Y'all are too much. So I'm just playing around with stretch functions till I find something that looks good. And then... no! Till I find something that looks good, and like this may or may not work. I'm really hoping this works out. Oh, there we go. So arcsine H is the square root of X. I think that's how square roots are shown, or log. I'm thinking I like log. Tinker. I don't want vomit on the keyboard. You can't vomit in space. Oh no, you can vomit in space. You can't burp in space. Much like how you can't always trust a fart. Can't always trust a burp. Actually, I'm liking that one. Alright, so background level is... we'll do auto scaling. That is not at all what I wanted you to do. Here we go. That is not at all what I wanted you to do, yo. This does not look like the image that we downloaded. Is there really that much dust? Let's make it inclusive, ladies and gentlemen, please. Oh, thanks for the follow, Captain Trips. I'm not sure why I'm not getting the audio alerts, but yes, good girl, Tinker. Exactly 2 barks. Make it rain for the dogs, make it sprinkle on Tinkerbell. So thank you for following. I am just trying to find and once I figure this out on this particular image, the rest of them will be easy. It keeps exploding and blowing. Stegan asks, wait, is Tinker trained to bark for follow alerts? Tinker is trained to bark twice. We're working on... why are the photos rotated like 20 degrees? I don't know. I can turn off flip image. Does that make it better for you, Stealthy Sumo? She can't, the dogs can't hear the alerts. I can't hear the alerts. That might be my own problem, though. Because the alerts might be coming in on the same channel that the music is for my earbuds. No, she's trained to bark when I toss Cheerios at her. And I'm working on her keeping it to 2 barks. Yes, absolutely. Post an image link. Because otherwise she will bark and bark and bark and bark and bark, and it's a lot. Okay. Wow. Alright, so the fact that I do have those spikes around it is not a bad thing. It's just some of these other stretch functions are pulling out a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay. Thank you for that photo, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at, yo. There we go. That's even better. The black clipping is in blue, as a reminder. I'm not too concerned that a lot of stuff is black clipped out. Actually, the more stuff that's black clipped in this stage, the better. Simply because it removes other stuff. Alright, so peak sampler level is going to be where this white is. White bolt picker, stick that in there. And I want to reduce the amount of white clipping. I know, Tinker. That's actually not bad. We still get the spikes. There's still a decent amount of gas that's being picked up. So let me just futz with this a little. Back it off to about there. And I'm happy with that because I know that'll capture a lot of the gas. It's clipping around the stars decently. Oh, I hear something. I heard that. Oh no, trust me, they get fed. Thank you! Thank you, Keeper. Alright, so me not hearing the thing is on my end. Alright. Oh no, trust me. She gets fed. She gets fed. Oh my goodness. She just begs a lot. She just begs a lot. You would think she's dying. She's a funny dog. She is a funny dog. She's not even underfed. You know better. Alright, and this green bit up here, which it doesn't allow me to scroll in, it's not meant to be green. Those are probably literally hot pixels. So there's not a lot we can do. So we're just going to leave those go. And I am happy with these settings. I'm going to take a screenshot of these settings. So excuse me while I do that real quick. And the logic behind the screenshot is that worst case scenario, everything crashes, I will still have the screenshot. So let me just save this. AstroWise says, this is a star that makes me homesick. LOL, cannot see this from the northern hemisphere. That's actually good to know. I think it was Keeper last night that had suggested that I start putting the stuff in context, like pull out Stellarium and be like, this is where this is in the sky. Because I don't know where this is in the sky, I just know it's a thing. So we are going to click save. And Stegan asks, what application are you using right now? I am using Fitz Liberator. It is free. Keeper Map says, I might have said something like that. You totally did. Yeah, there we go. I knew we had a thing for it. It's free. It's kind of old. It's open source, but not bad. And yes, it does crash on me occasionally. So yeah, there's that. All right. So the cool thing is that it will lock these settings that I have the freeze settings thing clipped or marked. So I'm going to open the next file, which is what they call total. Open. I'm going to use these same settings. I'm not going to change anything. Let me double check that nothing's changed. Save the file. And this part's actually fast. Why? Last time I opened this up, you gave me a list. And now you're like, Here's this. No, I want a list. There we go. So total. This be 410. Yes, Tinker, I hear you. I hear you crying. What else is new? Photoshop crashes on me all the time. Too, when I open large photos, I don't get Photoshop crashing on me all that much. And I know everything looks very different, but it does have all the no, it does not. It has something different for input. And it's not even scaled the same. But it's using the same stretch function with the same background levels, the same peak level, and the same scaled level. So yeah, I'm just gonna save it like this, and we'll see if it's okay. I'm actually gonna put a thing on the back end that says might be okay. And then open the next file. It's 410, so this is going to be 658. Again, the stretch function and all that stuff is the same, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Because the image statistics, I think, are going to vary, but the settings, you know, the things I actually futzed with are still the same. And... Tinker's like, but Mom! And one more. I think this is the total. Hey, 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 hey. You're a good boy, yeah. Yeah, thank you for not falling to peer pressure. Thank you for not falling to peer pressure, buddy. You look at all these Cheerios you have in your fur. It's almost like you get pelted with Cheerios. Yeah, I know. I hear the car outside too, guys. I know, it's a loud car. There, have a fur Cheerio, and he shakes, and there's Cheerios that go everywhere. I'm not joking. All right, so we're gonna save this file too, and save. And I lost chat again. Look at me losing chat. Yeah, they're being naughty. And now something's going off and beeping. Okay. Usually that beeping's like, we're done, but I think we're just gonna keep plowing through, because we might as well, right? Right. Okay. Back to this. Okay, so we've done all that with Fitz Liberator. Now we're going to do Photoshop. I have to wait for Photoshop to load. And we are actually going to do something a little different. So let me... Because I realized you guys have not been able to see everything when I've been doing. Close that. So we want not a window capture, a display capture. And I have to fix it a little bit. Look at me doing all this on the fly. Oops, that was not at all what I wanted. So now's a good time to just, you know, BS and stuff, guys. I had been using a Windows capture on OBS, which I know is some technical stuff. You guys be like, what's Windows capture? problem is that it was not capturing everything with the window. It was capturing most stuff, but not everything. So this is probably gonna look a little weird, but I think that'll do it. Because before, if I did stuff, it would just be like, well, nah, this isn't gonna happen. And now it's like, okay, I suppose. All right. Because before it wouldn't capture like this window over here. So I have all of these open, and before I do anything, we actually need to change the number, or change the title of the layers. Yeah, I changed it so you guys should be able to see the panels now, and I think you can see the panels. So we're going to change this to total, because that's what it is. And same thing over here. This is going to be F1042 medium, which is not a filter. Hey! Humans are talking. This is not a filter I've used before or had before. This one is a narrow filter, F658 narrow. Yeah, Larry, I have Stellarium downloaded. I apparently have never installed it. Just think about that for a second. I'm a little ashamed of this, just a tiny bit. And this is a medium filter at 410. And, uh-oh. This is another filter. Or this is another total, but we don't need that total. Apparently, when I unclipped flip, oh no, this is orientated in the same way, I think. This says it's supposed to be a narrow filter. I don't buy it. I don't buy that this is a narrow filter. There's too much light coming through that. Unless it really is all in that light. But I'm looking at this part, how it's not lined up. See if I can zoom in on that. I have my suspicions about this image. Because it's supposed to be narrow band, and it's just really, there's a lot of stuff coming through, and I don't think it's narrow band, so we're just not going to mess with that image. And it was, I think, in a different place, because all of these are down in this corner. So this is fine. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm not sure if this total was how everything was stacked together, or if it was a detection image. I don't know. Anyways, we have that. So now we're literally just going to make duplicates of the layers. And come on. That did not do what I wanted it to. Fine, copy. Paste. There we go. Copy, paste. We didn't even have to do that, make that copy. Literally copy pasting the layers into all one image. And it helps. Hey, this is exactly why I labeled them before I did that, because that way we can keep track of what is what. So copy, paste. All right, and now is, I can close all these other ones. We don't need to save the fact that I changed the things. This one is, I don't know. Open recent. What did I say? It was that. Yeah, it's not even in the right corner, but it has the same. I think these were taken at different times, and I think that's the problem. All right, so we're just going to skip that. And sometimes this stuff happens. It's okay. So Sky Safari, is that on Windows too or nah? And we're going to save this as 3 November 19 as a Photoshop file and save. So now the trick is we have everything here. We have our copy saved. We're going to go to image mode and it's set to grayscale right now. It's on iOS and Android, so it's not a Windows thing. Okay. So we're going to change it to RGB color, the whole image. We are going to tell it to not merge the layers. And there we go. Save again, because, you know, saving is important. It's a Mac thing, but not a Windows thing. Gotcha. Yeah, so it looks like it will be Stellarium. And usually, this is the point of time when I'm like, we need to figure out what layers go with what colors. Oh, I need to space Stellarium's free. I'm okay with Stellarium. I used to do a lot of kind of on my own adding sky culture stuff to it, and I haven't done that in a while, in a long while. Oh, excuse me. But I have the files somewhere. All right. Flip back over here. I throw Cheerios at the dog so you guys can look at the dog while I open up yet another browser window. Open yet another browser window. I am tempted to get up and stretch and take a break because this has kind of been a lot. Come on, come undone. Come over here. Actually, it's not a bad idea. How about I play a video for y'all and I take a break because this sounds like a good idea. Fenmil says, sorry I'm very late. It's okay. I was actually just thinking about getting up, stretching, and taking a break. So let me find some Hubble YouTube videos that are, you know, worth watching. And, you know, pause the music before I forget to pause the music. Unacceptable, Fenmil. How dare you? How dare you? Alright. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. I like it. And it's a couple minutes. Alright. I'm going to play this video for you. I'm going to get up and stretch because I need to stretch. And yeah, I will be right back after this. Okay, so this visualization was done with NASA data, and Frank Summers, who has been doing this kind of thing for forever, I have met him like twice, and I geeked out on him once without fully realizing who he was. I'm a big fan of his work. So it's cool that I was able to meet him once at a big planetarium conference at the Pleiades, which is where I geeked out on him. And another time, it was more of like an in-passing thing. Because Dr. Pat Durrell, who was with us at AAS last year, or earlier this year, correction, knew that I was a big fan of Frank, and was like, "Hi, Frank," on the escalator. No joke. No joke. No joke. So yes, he was very happy to receive the geeking. I just wanted to share that with y'all. But I saw this visualization with VR goggles at Pleiades several years ago now, and it was awesome. It really was awesome. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, hi, Comic Girl, how you doing? I guess we might end this after we look up what wavelengths go with what filters, because I am running out of Cheerios at my desk. So make it rain! I'm gonna have to go and shake all the Cheerios out of the coats. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. You've dropped an image of M42 somewhere if you want to show it. Oh no, says Stegan. Hey, it's 2:15 and I've gone for more than an hour. I think I've done a good job of hanging in there, trying to go as far as all I can. Yeah, the Cheerio deficiency is sad. Before anybody sends Cheerios to my house, because there are a few of you out there that have my address, please don't. I have yet another whole box of Cheerios. It's okay. I'm not running out. I just got paid. I can go get more Cheerios. So, Astro Wise says, SpaceX also just posted a short video of another parachute test. Looks like they're good to go for the commercial crew. That is awesome. That is awesome. So first we're going to go to Wikipedia. And we're going to look at the color spectrum. I think this is what I want. This is what I want. So we have that. Close the other thing. And then I know we also want Hubble WFP2 filters. I think it is WFP2. Hold on, let me look at my files. Oh no, I lost them. Keeper of Map says, Alexa, cancel Cheerio subscription for Annie. I actually don't get, that's actually not how we get our, hey, shut up. That's actually not how we get our things. How did I find this before? Here we go, instrument handbook? It's either instrument handbook or the data handbook. I think I've also bookmarked this somewhere. Somewhere I bookmarked it. Bookmarks. I guess I should show all bookmarks and search them. Filter. What did I call it? I am so sorry, Wayne. I am so sorry. Shit. I am so sorry. Okay, no more of that going on. No more of that going on. Oops! I'm sorry. All right. Oh my goodness. I thought I had this bookmarked and I don't. I don't have this bookmarked. Okay. I know I've been here before though. So, you'd think that I would have all of this stuff bookmarked and ready. I do not. Anyways, so what we're going to do instead is we're just going to calibration, error sources, analysts, no. So what we're going to do is we're just going to look at the filter selection, workshop, but that's not what we want. Oops. WFC2. I feel like I need to add Hubble to that. No, I will not do that to y'all. But I will say, Alexa, good morning. Now she's not even doing it. No, I have not tried that. I have not tried that at all. Instrument design. Oh, okay. So this is not what I was looking for. But here's a good example of, or an explanation of why these images are this weird shape. So this is a CCD, WF2 is a CCD, blank, the WF3 is a CCD chip, blank, space, because they're not really, there's no chip gaps. I don't know why I'm saying that. You have WF4 and you have PC, so it's literally capturing images in that thing. Alexa is totally throwing shade. Oh, it is cameras. Okay. So yeah, there's just different cameras and that's how big they are. And that's kind of where they're at and things of that nature. Data. Data analysis, calibration, warm pixels. Because this, when you are actually working with this data for, you know, science, you need to know the specifics. Shh. But I'm not finding anything for the filters, so I thought that was good. All right. So I guess we're just gonna wing it with this other stuff. This whole visible spectrum nonsense. So we have, let me pull up Photoshop so I can see that too, which you can see that because I don't have window blocking anymore. I just have that. That's okay. We'll make this work. Right? Right. Right. Really? Really? Alexa, what is war good for?
Absolutely nothing.
For those of you that didn't hear, she said absolutely nothing. Okay, so we have 1042 medium, 658 narrow, 410 medium, and total. Oh, that triggered yours. Okay, well, at least I didn't cancel any orders this time. That's what I'm going with. At least it didn't cancel any orders this time. All right, so first, y'all might notice that 1042 is not even on this. It is beyond what our eyeballs can see. So we're just going to call that infrared. So that is IR. I don't know what band it captures. Yeah, Alexa is fun, especially with small children. I keep triggering her. I'm sorry. Anyways, the spy is fun, especially with small children. Oh, your porridge is bubbling away. Go get your breakfast. All right, then we are left with 658 narrow, which is red, and 410, which is all the way down in violet. So we have red and violet. The beauty of this is, she didn't say, shall we play a game? The beauty of doing data like this is that we can set these layers to be whatever color we want to be. So I'm not going to do that during the stream. I'll try to remember to do that later. I will actually make a note of that. Alexa, tell me a space joke.
Why do meteors prefer cold showers when they get home? They're always burning up on entry.
Oh. 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 All right. I made a note of things I could, she said, why do meteor showers always prefer a cold shower when they get home? Because they're always burning up on re-entry. So it was a good one. It was a good one. Part of me is like, I should have her closer simply to, nasal. That's what happens when you add an end. Oh, snot rockets. Well, I guess that'll also do it. I guess that would also do it. Alright, get the music going. So yeah, the beauty is we have, according to this, we have IR, violet, and red. We could make that violet really more of a blue, and we could just leave the red as a red, and we can do anything else, however else we want to do it. And I think that's what we're gonna do. Oops. Look at me messing up. How does NASA throw a party? They plan it. I mean, we are getting to that level of silly. I'm okay with that level of silly. Alright, so we're gonna turn off the total. We're just gonna turn off the total. So for this one, this is the IR layer. I don't know what we're gonna do with that one, but this one, I'm going to give it red. I like labeling what colors that I should be doing this. I did trigger Alexa. It is mine. It is my fault. I like labeling the layers with colors just in case I stop and come back at it. We're just going to call this one blue. I mean, I knew the sticky note at the bottom of my screen says violet, but you know. We're going to change this to screen. We're going to change this one to screen, and we are actually going to go ahead and add an adjustment layer for hue. Use the previous layer to create clipping mask, and make sure you click colorize. And we want to set, oh, I guess the hue is already set. I want to turn saturation up to like 75. And we're just going to leave it like that. And then we're going to repeat that with this blue layer. I don't know why I keep right-clicking. I'm right-clicking as if that's going to do something. Same thing, use previous layer to create clipping mask. Colorize. To make it easier to see, we're just going to turn everything up to 75, and then we're just going to scooch this over till this bottom is about the blue we want. And I'm gonna go with that blue. Hide that panel again, put these two together, It doesn't look like much. Let me zoom in. It doesn't look like much so far. But I think if we... Oops, that is not what I wanted to happen. It'll take additional changes to really futz with it to really make the colors come out. And that might simply be because everything's set to screen. But, you know, things do happen if you turn off the layers. But it's just not a big change right now. Also, this is not set to screen. Not sure why these two look almost exactly alike. Official terminology and futz. Yeah. That actually does kind of bother me. Why do these look almost alike? They're supposed to be different files. Huh. Oh, I guess, okay, I see where they're different. It's hard to see, but I see where they're different. It's very hard to see, but I do see where they're different. Oops, I don't know. I don't know what I did, but no. So yeah. And I don't know, what do y'all think I should add to this? Part of me is like, we can make it green. Might as well, right? We can do this however we want. Tinker's like, ah. Nope, not color balance. Let me do the correct layer. Layer, adjustment layer, hue saturation. And I think we will just make this one green. I know, life is hard, isn't it? And boom. So yeah, it doesn't look like a whole lot of anything right now. Yes, I also prefer the term, you know, futz. But this is the start of... I apparently can't just move an image without it. Move the whole image. I apparently cannot do that. But yeah, that's the start of it. In theory, I could keep going and adjust, but I don't know, I'm kind of tired, y'all. I thought I'd be able to just plow through this, but this is a lot further than what we usually get, and I'm okay with that. I really am. I'm a little annoyed that I don't know what the filter ranges are, and I think that's really one of the reasons why I want to stop, is because I want to look at that. Not that it matters, but I would like to look at that. Also, let's turn off this red. There we go. With the green and the blue, you can see the difference a bit better than you could with the blue and the red. And everything after this is just literally going to be adjusting down to, you know, layers and levels and things of that nature. Just to kind of give it something. Like, I feel like this is very, very bright and not a whole lot of color, and for whatever reason, that filter was the only one that seemed to grab the dust. Except for the total, maybe? I think the total might have more stuff, but I think the total is also the detection or something else. So, oh, a single frame of North America is available now. Cool. We eventually will do, it's Keeper of Maps that's providing me the image, and it will be the North American Nebula that we will do once this is done. And that should be fun. That'll be a bit something different to do. The more I look at this image, the more I'm like, there's so many artifacts and stuff in it, but that's just things that'll happen. like this green stripe right here. Let me turn off all the other layers so you can see it. Like that, I will probably edit out. We'll probably crop it so we only have this. Things of that nature. Right now, he has posted the image in a Dropbox folder for me to grab. I don't know if he's shared them anywhere else. Of course, if he has, you know, feel free to add it. Yeah, see? Good question. I think he's got the same issue I do when I finish images, is where do I post it? So. Not coffee, but chai. Oh, and Tinker is sitting. Alright, so. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with this. I feel like this is a good spot to stop. I'm saving it. Saved, and I'm just gonna go ahead and close. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to do as it is that just adding all of that extra stuff it feels like it's extra some days. So. Keepers all, I show them at RSAC Ottawa meetings, so come to the meeting. I mean, that is always the thing. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. Did I even turn ducking back on? I don't think so. I sure didn't. Send them to the journal so we can all see. Yeah, I feel like that's fair. For all the ones that are for all the people that are members of RSAC at least, which a decent number of you are. Yeah. Maybe once I finish processing the image he shared with me. Hey, Sully2Cats! Maybe once I finish the image he shared with me, he'll share it, because I don't remember if the North American Nebula is his image or a buddy of his. But, I mean, yeah. So, hello, Sully2Cats. I literally just closed everything, so let me boot up Photoshop just so you can see what we were doing. Aww. Later, Fenmill, we're wrapping up anyways. Oh, that's okay. I remembered correctly. It was a buddy's image. So, we were working on, as soon as I find OBS again, this is what we were working on. Let me zoom in. I know it doesn't look like a lot. This is what we were working on. And we're pretty much, I'm wrapping it up for here. We've went through the process of finding the image, downloading the images, running them through Fits Liberator, popping them in Photoshop, and adding the first bits of color, which is a whole lot, actually, and way more than what I usually do. So I'm right. You know, I was right. I am getting fast at this, but I'm just done, y'all. I'm just done. All right. And poor underfed doggies. And make it rain! They are not underfed. They are not underfed. And I'm almost out of Cheerios anyways. So, let's dump the Cheerios on the rest of the doggies. It is possible to see the nebula structure. And you woke up the cat, guys. The dogs woke up the cat. I just heard him jump. And make it rain! Now I'm officially out of Cheerios. It's like, why did I... There, that's why I got stuck. So yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, wrap it up and do all of that stuff. Because it's... yeah. Because, yeah. I'm tired. Y'all have been awesome. So I'm gonna take this moment to, excuse me, to point out that you guys have been so awesome that you made the bar go up a little bit, and we are 49.07% of the way funded for the servers, which is freaking awesome. It's only the 3rd day of November, so thank you so much. This is your reminder that bits and subs go to humans, and donations through Streamlabs tip jar go to pay for servers. And next month we'll do fundraising to pay for salaries. Because y'all are awesome, and we really, 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 really could not do this without you. So we are a production of PSI, that's Planetary Science Institute, working in collaboration with Youngstown State University here in Youngstown. I think the sun is out today, Ohio. And yeah, all donations are tax deductible where laws allow, and like I said, we are here because of you. Thank you for making that happen. I really can't think of anything else to say. Y'all are awesome. You really are. There's the cat. For real. Called it, called it, called it. Well, if you hurry up, you can be on screen. Yeah, you. Come on, bud. Come on, buddy. Yeah. Hi, Canada Kim. Come on. Come here. And you too can have your 15 minutes of fame. Kitty. Kitty. Kitty's like, I don't want to be held. Will you be held if I give you this? He's like, I guess. I guess. I suppose this is acceptable, human. And he has deemed it acceptable. Okay. Again, thank you, everybody. And I will see you all soon. Tomorrow is Daily Space at 1 p.m. Eastern. I don't remember what that is, UTC, because we just changed time. Thank you, Wayne, for the bits. I have no more Cheerios to throw at the dogs, so I guess have a kitty enjoying his treat. Have a kitty enjoying his treat. That's all I can say. 1800 UTC. Thank you, Keeper. All right, so Daily Space tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. Now 1800 hours UTC. So, are you good? Are you good? Are you good? So yeah, you all will see Dr. Pamela then. I will see you again on Wednesday. If there's a rocket launch sooner, there will be a rocket launch sooner. We'll try to keep you posted if we're going to stream it. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And I think that's all the things I need to tell you all. So, again, thank you for being awesome. Have a wonderful insert time of day here, wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you soon. Bye.